Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, May 29th. I just watched Anthony's video from yesterday, so I think I should include some Vietnamese connections. Obviously, because Anthony's Vietnamese. The first he knows about, I was texting him that I ate at this Vietnamese restaurant called Saigon Deli. That's about a minute, say, from my house. I've yet to try the pho, but I very much enjoyed the Vietnamese egg rolls, which tasted pretty much just like the ones Anthony makes. So that was a delight. It was sort of like being back in Irving. I think the Vietnamese food is my favorite thing about Irving, as well as being back in New Orleans East, where Anthony grew up. The other Vietnamese thing is a refugee, originally from Vietnam, who grew up partially in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and then also in well, she grew up, I think, first in Vietnam, and then in Brooklyn, and then in New Orleans, but also maybe in Bridgeport. Has become the first ever Vietnamese priest in the Diocese of Bridgeport. He was just ordained like a week or two ago in the cathedral. So that also makes me think of Anthony. But anyway, that's. I guess there's no theme for this week. Let's just talk about our lives. The first thing is that I'm failing to read this book,
But I've decided
Chapman's Homer.
I think I'm going to ask
Failing to read it, I'm going to have to start doing that again. Thursday night, I will begin tutoring. I know Danny and Elizabeth have done a lot of this. I'll be tutoring a 10th grader from my high school in Latin. That should be. I'm a little concerned about it, or just a little justly worried, or whatnot. I'm told he shouldn't worry, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. My only consolation is he's in 10th grade, so he doesn't know anything. I also used the same textbooks he used, had the same teacher who I've been emailing with, so I hope it'll go well. It'll be enjoyable, help him do well on his final. It'd be cool if it continued well into the summer. I don't know if it will, but he's still in school for a few more weeks. Yes, I'm wondering what you all did for Memorial Day. Maybe some of you guys will address that in your videos. I don't know if there must be parades and grilling and whatnot. I went to the parade in my town, which I enjoyed, the marching bands and the veterans and the floats and the elementary school kids doing fun things. That was fun. So is the grilling. Of course, it's really a solemn day. I watched the movie We Were Soldiers. I think one of Mel Gibson's best movies. I recommend you watch it. It's incredibly intense and pulls no punches in showing the effects of war on the families back home. That's well worth watching. Something more lighthearted is in my letter to Isabel Dubert, who I think you all know. I quoted Dr. Maurer saying that the farther north in Europe you go, the more barbaric the buildings become. She said in like day one of Intermediate Latin 2 freshman year, first semester. This apparently raised her ire, and because she's apparently of Swedish ancestry. So I hope to be able to report back next week her inflammatory remarks, or I guess her response to my inflammatory remarks, which are really just quoting Dr. Maurer. I mean, who would think that he would say something inflammatory? As you can see from this video, there's really nothing terribly exciting going on. I hope the tutoring will be exciting. I hope things are more interesting in your lives. Look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. And good luck to Danny and Rob in Oxford.